right, this is Coach Butler. This is Trade Academy Pro. It is February 12th. And on tonight, as we take a look, we're going to take a look at a few things, but let's go on and share our screen. We had some outstanding movement today, which we've already predicted this was heading our way. Dylan, can you see the screen? Mute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. So you see Exxon. So we'll take a step back to Exxon. We want to take a look at crypto on tonight. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, and I want to show you guys some what Bitcoin is doing. So Bitcoin on today hit that magical 50,000 at 50,000 mark. I think it's retraced a little bit. Still sitting at about 50,000 right now if we're looking at it on the minute chart, as you can see. So this is from this morning. Let's take a step back. We got a buy signal at about 8:44. We have the buy signal. You can see right there. We have a buy signal. Let's put our emoji there because we were smart on that one. But we had a buy signal right there when it was 47.76. And you can see it's been up and down. You can see a couple of buys, a couple of sells. But for the most part, let's go on and mark and see what it has done. For the most part, it has been moving upwards. So just on today alone, we have a $3,000 move on Bitcoin from 47 to 50. So now, like I said, if you want to invest in Bitcoin, you can do partial Bitcoins. You don't have to have $50,000. But at the same time, I want you guys to understand there are also stocks that are related to Bitcoin that you don't need to go out and just buy. Like I said, find $50,000 invest in Bitcoin. You can also invest in a few stocks, and we're going to show those right now. One of them is Mara, M-A-R-A. And these companies that we're going to show you right now are directly related to Bitcoin. If you see Bitcoin going up, they're going to go up as well. Again, much rather, instead of having 47, because keep in mind, you can take your microphone off for a minute, Dylan. Keep in mind, when we got the buy signal for Bitcoin at 47, we also got the same buy signal at 23 for Mara. Did you know about Mara, Dylan?
No, sir, I didn't.
You better check out the text. You're on the text group, man. You're gonna miss some money.
I know I need to be on it. I had seen.
Yeah, because see, Mara, if you can look at Mara's low today was 23. Almost at the same time that we got the buy signal on Bitcoin at about 9 something this morning. You see, we also got a buy signal at for Mara. And so again, instead of spending $47,000, you could have spent $23.06 for Mara, and you primarily got the same move here that you did at Bitcoin, $3,000 move proportionately. It was a $3,000 move for in Bitcoin, and we'll probably see somewhere about a $3 or $4 move here. So let's go all the way down. So we actually had like a $4.41 move. So see, this is a good stock that is correlation related to Bitcoin because they are connected to cryptocurrency. So with them being connected to cryptocurrency, this is a great option. Instead of if you want to invest in Bitcoin, go ahead. Like I said, you can do partials. You can invest $10 and do a partial in Bitcoin. But if you want to invest in the stock market, And I'm going to even show you even a better way, even better than Mara, that we're going to cover that's still related to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. What you think about this, Dylan?
Yeah, it's all sounding good to me.
I didn't hear you.
I said it's all sounding good to me.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So keep in mind, like I said, just today alone, if you were invested in this, you would have had like a close to a $5 move just today. Again, because it's connected to Bitcoin. Let's take another look. We got one more that we're going to take a look at, and the company is IBIT. Love this stock, love this stock, love this stock, love this stock. Let me say it again if I didn't say it before. If you didn't get it, let me say it one more time. I love this stock. Let's take a look back in a month. This stock is not that old. We're gonna take a look back in a month, and you're gonna see. Well, uh, let's spread it out a little bit more because like I said, the IPO is not that long. So if we go to the day chart, let's go to an hour chart. The hour chart will give us a better understanding of what we're taking a look at. So keep in mind that this year the federal government um, passed legislation that there were certain companies that could actually be connected to. Now, keep in mind, Mara is a little bit different because Mara is taking cryptocurrency and investing, and so their holdings are cryptocurrency, and they're investing, into gas stations or whatever else they may be investing into. This is a little bit different. Um, IBIT is literally connected to, it is actually a security that is connected to Bitcoin. It is a security that's connected to Bitcoin. So Mara is taking Bitcoin currency and buying things, buying buildings, investing in certain things. Um, IBIT is different in two ways because, again, it is connected to Bitcoin. And at the same time, this is the beauty of this one. Get this, we don't know what it's going to be yet. This one is connected to an index fund. And keep in mind, an index fund pays dividends. So just by you investing in this, in IBIT, there's going to be a dividend residual that comes back to you, not just the growth of the stock, because again, keep in mind, Mara is just dealing with growth. Here we have growth plus we have dividend payment going to come back to you. I don't know what it's going to be yet because, like I said, it's a brand new stock. So let's take a look at what we're looking at here. So it opened up on the 11th. It opened up on the 11th. Actually, I think it was before that. I think it opened up on, well, it says the 11th. It opened up on the 11th, and when it opened, I mean, everybody rushed in because, again, we've been looking at this for several months. We had one of our members, um, Brother Rogers, Mr. Rogers, that brought to us to take a look at BlackRock. And so that's the beauty of Trade Academy Pro is that we have so many other brothers and sisters and people that are part of the TAP family, that is not just about what the coaches do, but also you guys as members bringing stuff to us, asking us to take a look at certain stuff. And so maybe if he hadn't have brought this to us about BlackRock and this crypto move, we would have missed this opportunity. So let's take a look at the opportunity. So BlackRock, which is BlackRock and Vanity, these two companies. So regardless if as you are growing in the sphere of learning about stocks and investing, please get to know BlackRock and Vanguard. Why? BlackRock and Vanguard, um, they manage they manage more money than all the money in America. Now, I didn't say in the US, I said in the Americas. Let me put it like that. They manage more money than Canada, the US, Mexico, and some of the Southern American countries, Brazil, so on and so forth. They manage that much money. All right. We're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars. So they petitioned to have because this is the first time that securities has been connected to cryptocurrency. So they wanted to try to marry the two together to see what was going to happen. I believe in cryptocurrency. I believe in what it's doing. I believe a lot of people have missed the opportunity to invest. So yeah, we bought 100 shares of the stock. And so when we purchased the stock, it was on a downward spiral. So of course, you got an IPO, and an IPO is initial offering. It is an initial offering for a stock. And so according to this, the initial offering started on the 11th. Let's mark that real quick, vertically mark that, and let's mark where it started at. So it topped out at 29.65. Let's also mark that across. And it started at 29.65. That was the higher high. 29.65, 28. It got us at 25, 29.68. So that was the initial offering. So on that day, everybody ran to invest in this stock. They ran to invest in this index fund. Everybody but us, okay? Because like I said, if you're part of our text group, or if you are part of Trade Academy Pro, you know that the initial price offering, unless you're going to get in something and then get out, when you start to see something going on with the initial price offering, it always goes up. It always goes up. All right. But then there's always going to be a downward spiral. It never fails with the initial price offering, and you can see that there was a bottoming out here. Actually, let's mark and see where it bottomed out. Um, let's see where it bottomed out here. We're gonna mark that at 22.12, and so almost a $7 move deflation. We had a deflated move of about $7. All right. So where we came in at, because again we had a sale here, we actually came in on it when it was declining. Now again, I know we have our indicators here, but not really. I wasn't really concerned about the sale, because I was getting in this for the long. So we came in somewhere about 20. I think we came in somewhere about 25, 25, 65, somewhere about 25.65 is where we came in. And again, like I said, you can see that it was on a downward spiral. So we rode it all the way down. And then on the 26th at 6 a.m., we got a buy signal right here. And, of course, like I said, for everybody to say, well, you just kind of lost your money. You're just kind of going to ride this thing. Yeah, I'm going to ride it out, because again, I understand we got two things that are going on. A lot of volatility because of BlackRock and the possibility of Bitcoin increasing in value. And that's exactly what it did. So, like I said, on the 26th of January, as you can see right here at 6 a.m., we got a buy signal, so that was January 26th. This is the 12th. So it has been slowly creeping up from here. And then, of course, let's take a look when we get to the 12th, which is today. We just got a rocket ship breakout. We just got a straight breakout. It just almost went straight up as a breakout. So again, Bitcoin right now is at 50. Bitcoin had dropped down, I think, to about 40 or 39 here. And then when it got to about 47, that's where we see ourselves at here. And then of course today it went to 50 today. So that was where we see the big move on this index. Any questions, Daily?
No questions.
Okay. So we can see that on today, Bitcoin hit 50, and we can see it's almost come back to its higher high. It's sitting right now at 28.63. We're about $1 away from it being where the IPO started at and where it declined. So as Bitcoin continues to move up, because keep in mind, even though if we were day trading and we had some sales and some buys here, I'm not really concerned about this because again, I'm in this one for the long haul. But I want you guys to understand that you still have an opportunity, just like Mara, you still have an opportunity to invest in this, but there's one issue that you have to understand. This is not like a regular stock. This is an index fund. And so when you invest in this, you have to commit to invest in this for at least 3 to 6 months. I'm committed. Like I said, I'm committed to buy those 100 shares. In fact, I'm looking at probably buying 400 more shares. I want 500 shares of this stock because I believe in what it's getting ready to do. Because again, with it being slated to Bitcoin, and analysts are predicting that Bitcoin's going to hit 120. This hits 120. That means that my 100 shares ends up 2 to 3xing for me, ends up doubling my money. And so I believe that's what's yeah, well actually 3x. If it hits 120, it's going to 3x because it will triple instead of doubling, it will triple. So we're at the ground floor of something big here. And like I said, with BlackRock being such a great company under management, managing all of this money, they know what they're doing. They definitely know what they're doing. We need to take a look at, and I'll have to get you guys some more. In fact, on our next newsletter, we'll put it on the next newsletter where some other companies that might be connected the to cryptocurrency that you can invest in. So I want to give you several options. I want you to do your own due diligence, of course, before you do any investing. But I want you to make sure that you have all of these options for you, guys. This is a game changer. This is an absolute game changer. You're talking about just from today. Let's take a handy dandy ruler. Just from today, we had in this one there was a $2 and almost a $3 move here. We had a $4 move in Mora, and keep in mind, after a year of this stock sitting and doing whatever it's going to do, they're going to pay out a dividend. Now, if it came here, keep in mind with your dividend, you are getting paid for investing. You're a part owner in this company, this great experiment with the cryptocurrency here. So you become a part owner in what they're doing, and so because of the risk that you're taking, you're going to get a higher percentage in an index fund. We're believing probably anywhere from 40 to $1.20 uh, a year on this particular stock, which can be significant. If this thing rises and if it splits over the years, I'm planning on sticking with it. I'm planning on sticking with it. If it rises and it splits like the Netflix has done, like the Walmarts have done, the Apples have done, if this does anything like those, um, this could very well be, we could very well be in the next 20 or 30 years, this could very well be this $500 investment or this 500 share investment I'm talking about could very well be that $1 million caveat that we're looking at, and it's really not that expensive. So we're talking from us, with this, I think it was $2,000, cost us about $2,200 or $2,600 or whatever it is when we came in. But like I said, we bought 100 shares, so it's about $2,500 is what it cost us. But that's where I'm at. The beautiful thing about this one is it will meet just about every investor where it's at. It's a little bit above a penny stock because in order to be a penny stock, it has to be $10 and below. It's a little bit above a penny stock, but guys, this is 2 or 3 Happy Meals. This is you going to the Waffle House, just to buy one share, just to buy one share of this index. And I don't know if they have any stipulations that it has to be more than 100 or 100. Like I said, we started out with 100. I didn't look at anything else. I wanted to start with 100. But do your own due diligence on that. This is a game changer. This is a game changer. Any questions or comments, Daily?
No, sir. No comments. I think I
No
got.
comment. It's a
I'm
game
on it.
changer, brother. It's a game changer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a game changer. Because like I said, with it being connected to Bitcoin rising the way it has, and you can even see, let's go on and hit our measuring. You can see from the time of his lower low, which is where we hit it at here, his lower low to where it has gone today. It's been a $6.45 move. If it continues to rise to where it was, you're looking at a $7.53 move and at 34% increase in percentage. So this is, again, like I said, I think this company is going to be a game changer. Before we close out, Mr. Dalen and myself, we were looking at some options, and one of the options that I invested in, and I know Ed Dalen is looking at chomping up a little bit later on in the simulator, is we're taking a look at Exxon. Let's clean some of this stuff off on Exxon. Let's get rid of all our drawings and all of our indicators, and we just want to look at the naked charting. So let's go. We are going to take a look at one of our indicators. Let's go to our RSI. And for tonight, we're going to take a look at the Golden Cross. Okay. Now, when we're talking about options, we want to usually look at the 15-minute chart. And so that's where we are with the 15-minute chart. We came in, our strike price for Dalen and myself on what we're working on. That's working for the group as well, but just kind of letting you know, guys, when you want to be when you need me and you want me to walk you through being a member, this is what it does for you. You actually have me as your personal coach. Like I said, we do a whole lot where some people in some of the groups are not paid, and we kind of let them murray along. And there's some people that are paid and they get me. The people that are just murrying along in one of the other groups, maybe it's a chat group or whatever, they don't have my expertise, but you do as a member. And so Mr. Dillon, as a member, he wanted to take a look at Exxon. And so we hit a strike price of Exxon is way above here of 105 is our strike price. Let's hit that. Our strike price on this option. Our strike price is 105. And so we've got to get back to 105 in order to realize some profit here. Now keep in mind the highest that this has been let's drag that down, has been 104.85. Our strike price will terminate. Let's say our strike price will terminate, will end on February 23, 2024. So that's our strike price will end. It has 10 days in order to hit our mark. Dalen, do you want to open up and share what we took a look at as far as why we decided to go with Exxon around this time? Do you remember?
Yes, sir. We had went with Exxon. It looked like every time they just kept rising. Every time it looked like on they
On the earnings.
on the earnings day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very, very good. Very good. So on the earnings, what we took a look at, guys, was either before or after the earnings, we would get a bump up. There would be anywhere from $4 or $5 move. Didn't happen there. We saw it happen here, and it will take a step back, a few more earnings calls. You can see it there that it would um, take a little bit of a bump up. Okay, got right there. You can see it also here. It steals another bump up. And so you can see, I want you guys to understand why we went with Exxon, because there's a pattern that right after the either a little bit before, a few days before, a few days after the earnings call, there was a significant trend up. Let me talk trading talk instead of talking about a bump. All right. So again, looking at that, we took a look, and when we said, well, there is a pattern that's here. We know that there's gas prices are low right now, but we're going to go with the trend. We're going to see what the trend is going to do. And right now, we can see that it kind of bottomed out on us. And I know he and I had a conversation. I think when we came in, we were looking at somewhere about the I think we came in on the 30th of November. I think that was the class. And you can see since the 30th of November that the trend was down. But that's why I want to tell you guys, trust your indicators, trust your indicators, trust your Fibonacci. The stock market, the thing about the stock market is it always retraces, it always come back to where it was. And you can see, even though we came in and it bottomed out the next day, and I know Dale and I was sitting there like, oh my goodness, this thing is already it's already bottoming out. But as you can see, gas prices are starting to move up a little bit. And we've already had the earnings call. And so since we've had the earnings call, guess what? Right now we're in a trend. Right now it's in that trend. Let's mark that real quick. It's in that trend. But we have about 10 days in order for our to hit our strike price. Right now it's sitting at 103. Right now it's sitting at 103. And so we have just a few more, we have about $2 more move in order to capitalize on this particular stop. So we're really not scared, but we got 10 days. We got 10 days. Before the 10 days, if we get to the 10 days, so let's go on and mark when our 10 days is going to be the 23rd of February, 22nd, 23rd of February. So by the 23rd of February, we've got to make a decision. Either we're going to get out, because I think when we took a look at it today, if we got out today because of the Greeks, if we got out today, we could have gotten $53. So we wouldn't just totally lose all of our money due to contract. But if the contract gets to the end of termination, then that day of whatever you have in that contract is gone. So that we spent $158 to get into the contract. So after the contract terminates on the 23rd, that contract is over. That we lose that money. But I believe in the next 10 days, because again, we're watching the gas prices go up, guys. Look at this trend. We're watching the gas prices go up. I truly believe we're going to hit that 105 mark. So let's go on and mark our 105, because that's our strike price. Let's hit that 105. I believe we're going to hit that 105. And guys, we hit that 105. I'm going to be a happy camper. Why? Because that means we not only have an opportunity to see get our money back off of our contract, we end up making a little bit more, but we also have tested the theory. And that's why we want to do these things like that, guys. That's why I tell you, I want you in the simulators, go into the lab, be a mad scientist with fake money before you start using your own. I want you guys to go and test these theories, test your analysis before you start spending real money. Like I said, I got real money on the line on this. It's $158 that's on the line. But I believe in what we're doing, because what, Dale, and we have already looked at the trend, right?
Yes, sir, we did.
We've already looked at the trend. So we see right after earnings, right after before earnings, and the dividend payout, that Exxon takes a bump up. So I believe in the next 10 days, we're going to have a bump up. If not, then that little face that we got that looks mad, we ain't gonna be mad, because we don't get emotional in trading. Other than when we do make some money, we are always joyful when we are blessed and take home a profit. So we're either going to be one or the other. Either we're going to be happy, or we're going to say, hey, that was a good learning lesson, and we're going to move on. And with that said, do you have anything else, Dylan?
No, sir, I don't.
All right, all right. Well, guys, I appreciate everyone coming on Trade Academy Pro on this class. Um, we keep in mind, if you have any young people, our 10-10-10 is still going on. This is the last week for them to register. They can register it. Well, not only register, the classes are free to ages 10 and up. Ages 10 and up, youth. Now, if you know you're no longer youth, you ain't 18, you hit 18, 18 to 21, you're no longer youth. But we'll let you sign up. I may not ask you any questions. We let you sign up. But guys, for our young people, and this class, I think we already got 13, 14 kids in. He got more than enough room. We can have up to 100 and something kids. So if you have young people that want to have an introduction to investing, please have them come on this coming week. We're going to have Coach Rob, who does our property investing and our futures. So he's going to talk about talk to our young people about how to buy property, how to buy investment property, and these kind of things, what you have to have in order to buy property. We know that they're 10 and up, but we want them to start out right now. Just as you're learning, we want them to learn also, because keep in mind, you are either going to be the lender or the borrower. And the Bible tells us that the borrower is a slave to the lender. And we want to break every chain that we have that would not see us prosper. I want to see us prosper. In fact, we even have a new motto. We don't teach prosperity, we teach principles. If you understand the principles of investing, you understand the principles that Solomon tells us over there in Ecclesiastes 11:3, that should have seven streams of wealth, and an eighth just in case. I got it on my wall up here. My seven streams of wealth is my books, my cover calls, my booth that I have a booth there in West Columbia, my forex, my trading, day trading, my Airbnb, my property. I have mine up here. I encourage you to get yours as well. Get your 7 to 8 streams of wealth and stick to them. Work at them. It can be done. It can be done. Believe it or not, it can be done. I don't care what anybody's telling you. I know when you look at your pocket, it may not look like you can, but you can invest. I had a young lady at church ask me, well, how much do I need to invest? It take me about $50,000. I said $5. She said, well, can I call you? I said, here's my number. I want us to tear down the myths that you have to have tons of money to invest. What you do have to have is the discipline to let go of some money to invest, to do better. And with that said, we thank you so much for being here with us on Trade Academy Pro, where beginners become winners. And I want to tell you all, we will see you next week right here on Trade Academy Pro. I hope you all have a night of grace. Thank you so much for being a part, and we'll see you on next week.